beautiful Saturday. What are you up to?
Building a spice rack.
My husband.
After this, I'll build a wine rack if I have time. But we're also waiting for the challah bread to finish so that we can bake that. What is relaxation?
We don't. It's a thing we don't do. How do they fit in the spice rack?
Oh, they fit pretty good. I gotta trim up some to make sure, but they just slide in.
That's cool.
I'm gonna put these in here, so we should just be able to do that.
You'll have 2 rows of it?
Yeah. And I have cross beams to A, keep this from being wider than it's supposed to be.
Right.
And B, that way the spice can't fall between. It shouldn't be able to anyway, but you can do that too.
So if this all works, are you going to stain it the way that you stained the shelf you made?
I think I might want to paint it. Like either a red or a blue.
Ooh.
Then I might paint the shelf too. That still might be paintable because it doesn't really match either of the stains we have currently.
In which case I do think of blue.
I think a nice splash of blue. Maybe blue for this, red for this.
Maybe.
Because we have like bags of spices, but like I want them to be nice and easily accessible, so I got some empty spice jars in bulk, and now I'm just building a rack that fits them perfectly within this area so that nothing can fall behind the oven.
Nice.
And that is how I choose to spend the days where I'm not working.
Mm.
It's a little bit of a tight fit under the oven, so I just have to trim it up a little bit.
Mm.
Good news, bad news. All these fit. Some of the bottom ones, because we had to make it fit, they don't fit the things anymore. The wood's kind of squeezed in there. It seems to be like, I don't have the backs in yet. But also, up here, I didn't leave myself enough space to get under that bar. So I need to take it out, take both of these out, including the cross beams, and then reattach it lower. So we have these being screwed into the bottom beam, which means it kind of Ys naturally.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously we want it to be square. So unfortunately, when we squeezed it in and then nailed it in, it squeezed some of the gaps.
Oh, so that's
just a little
fixable.
bit. Yeah, that's just a little bit of trim on the bottom, just so that these slide in and out. Like, oh, I want it to be secure in there.
Yeah.
So they don't fall into whatever's happening. The interaction of the two is where I messed up. But the middle row looks all fine.
And it's fixable.
Yeah, all these are fixable.
Looks like it's working.
So yeah, like I said, so far so good. We're just going to test. It worked out because the bar up here actually prevents it from tipping from below, but I wonder if I need to install something there to prevent it from tipping from... Which I can. I have the things for it. But I'm just wondering how necessary it would be. So we're not quite done, but we're close. Everything slides in fine. We just need to make sure it can't tip out and spill. So we'll put back bars. I can either do another one of these against the back, or I can just install a bar at the proper height at the back. Yeah, install 2 more bars to keep them from flipping out from this direction, and then it's just painting and making it look nice.
I assume you'll label the tops of the caps.
Yeah, we've got labelers. I'm going to label the caps. So
Good.
I have a whole array of spices. No, they can't knock out like that. There we go.
You made a thing.
I made a spice rack.
Yay!
Custom built so we've got the shelf for baking supplies, and then we'll have spices just at a grab for whatever I happen to be making. Don't worry about that wiggle, but I can put in a thing behind here. This slides right in. This isn't like attached, so I can just take the whole thing out whenever I want. Little labels.
Yeah.
Some labels for the cats. Look at all the flavors of cocaine we have.